Hey guys, it's me Dezzyloops, and today I wanted to show you how to make these amazing chunky bags. I've been obsessed with making them ever since I designed the pattern, and hopefully you guys enjoy it as well. Hashtag Dezzyloops so I can see what you create. First things first, you want to get a large crochet hook, a ruler, a pair of scissors, and some chunky or bulky yarn. Okay, so first what you want to do is make a slip knot. You just wrap the yarn around and pull through, then attach that to the hook, and we'll get started on making chains. Now that we have our loop on the hook, we want to tighten, and then we want to chain 9. Okay, so now that we have 9 chains, we want to second chain from the hook, single crochet into each stitch until we get to the last one, and then I'll show you what to do when we get to that last stitch. My yarn kept splitting because I mixed 3 different types of yarns together. So if you guys have just one conjoined of a chunky or bulky weight yarn, then you should be good. And if you're like me and made up your own different color combination, then you might have to deal with the splitting. But I still love the way this yarn looks. Like, I love that pop of blue and then the black and white stripes with that pop of it pink. It just looks really cute to me. And I really love the way the bag turned out. So we're just going to keep doing single crochets, and at the end there should be 8, but remember not to chain up yet for that last row because we're going to do something special so we can make the base for the bag. Okay, so now that we're at the last stitch, in this one stitch we are going to do 2 single crochets, then we're going to chain 2, and in that same one we're going to do 2 single crochets. So as you can see, we're like on the opposite end, and you see these loops right here. What we're going to do is do single crochets in each of those loops until we get back around to the beginning of what now kind of looks like the end of the row. So we're going to do 1 single crochet in each of those until we get to the last stitch, and then I'll show you guys what we're going to do for there. And this is the bottom of the bag. Okay, so we're at the last stitch, and what we're going to do is single crochet 2, do a chain up of 2, and then single crochet 1 because it's connecting with the one that we made from the previous row. So it's kind of like the opposite end where we did 2 single crochets, chain 2, and 2 single crochets, and that creates the corners. So as you can see, it's just like that opposite end, and it has that oval look. And this is the base of the bag, so you just want to slip stitch into the first stitch that we made, and then we can chain up 2 and get started for our next row. Okay, so now that we've chained up 2, this is our second row. And remember that the chain 2 for this pattern does not count as a double crochet stitch. So we're still going to double crochet into that first stitch, and that will be counted as our first stitch. We're going to double crochet literally in each stitch around. And when we get to the corners, I'll talk to you guys more in depth about what we're going to do there. But it really is just a double crochet. We're not going to do any more 2 double crochets, chain 2 double crochets, or any single crochet stitches. We're just literally double crocheting in each stitch around. So we're just going to keep doing double crochets until we get to the chain 2 space, and then literally I did not want to have any more increases to the bag. I wanted it to be cute and small and just simple and easy. So in the chain 2 space, we're just going to do 1 double crochet, and then we're going to continue on double crocheting until we get to the opposite end, and then I'll tell you guys what we're going to do there. So in this chain 2 space, we're just going to double crochet. And as you can see, we ended up right at the beginning. So we're going to do 1 more double crochet. And then we're going to slip stitch into the first double crochet. And this is the second row of our bag. Okay, so I really love the way this is looking so far, and hopefully you guys still like the way yours is looking. What we're going to do now is 3 more rows of just double crochet. So at the moment I've done 1, 2, 3 double crochet rows. Here we go, 1, 2, 3 double crochet rows, and I'm going to do 1 more. And it's really up to you, like how long you want it. For this bag pattern, it was a single crochet row for the base, then 4 double crochet rows, and then we went into making the handle. So we can see how that looks if we want to go longer, if we want to go shorter. Also, at the beginning, making the base, if you want it to be longer, that's when you do, instead of 8 chains, you do more chains than that to make it a longer bag. But I want it to be like chunky, small, just cute. I love medium to small size bags. I just feel like they're just so luxury, they're just so cute. And yeah, so I'm going to do that 1 more double crochet row, and then we're going to see if we like the length, and I'll measure it for you guys. Always, we're going to chain up 2. And the chain 2 does not count as a double crochet. We always double crochet again. Then we're just going to double crochet around like we've been doing for the past 3 rows. So it should be a total of 4 rows double crochet. So for this bag pattern, it's not really about the stitch pattern, but more about the yarn that you guys use. So please get creative and mixing and matching like I did, different types of yarn, different textures, different weight sizes, and hashtag Dezzyloops so I can see all your amazing creations, and also hashtag Thetightknitcircle so that I can post you guys on that page. I'm trying to build a vibrant community of people that are just learning, loving, sharing, and growing together, a positive community, uplifting each other and supporting each other. And I'm also working on posting videos on that YouTube channel as well. And yeah, I'm just really super excited for all the things that are coming up and going on, and let's get back into the tutorial. Okay, we keep going all the way around and I'll meet you back so we can figure out what to do for the handles. So we have 4 rows of double crochet for a total of 5 rows, and so let's get started on making those handles. It's really hard to get an accurate measurement, but I'm just gauging that it's around 10 inches wide, 7 inches long. And then now we're going to do the handles. The handles are very easy. So what you want to do is cut the yarn, and then we're just going to pull that through, and that finishes off the base of the bag. Well, I did not even want to have to use a stitch markers, so you just lay the bag out flat. You look at the 2 corners at the top, you fold it over like this, and you can see the 2 corners and the 2 corners on the side. So those 2 corners are what we're going to work into. Take our yarn, single crochet. So we took our yarn, we pulled through, we're going to chain up 1, then we're going to single crochet back into what we just chained up from. Then we're going to single crochet into the next stitch. And these are going to be the straps for the side of the bag. So we just chain up 1, and we literally flip our work and just keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth with single crochets. Very simple handle for this bag. Okay, so I finished my strap, and I'm gonna get my line so I can measure it out. It says it's 18 inches. Now, honestly, I'm not really too worried about measurements. It's just based off what you feel is good. So, as you can see, we did corners from the side of the bag. Now you find those 2 corners on the opposite end of the bag. So you do that by laying it flat again. Lifting it up. And these 2 corners right here is where we're going to work out of. This one and this one. Right in. I think I'm just going to flip the bag inside out, just so it can be a little bit more seamless. Go ahead and cut the yarn, because I'm not going to need all that. Just enough to go back and forth. Okay, roll it out so it's not twisted. I did that with one of my other bags, and guess what? Since I was making it for me and it was more of a prototype, I am not fixing it. So I join this end to this end. Single crochet. Slip it in. Go up 1. Fold it. Go to the next one. that's literally it. I'm gonna flip it inside out if I can. I think all these colors makes it hard for it to focus. Flip it inside out. Then we sew in our ends. And we're done. And for sewing in the ends, I just use smaller than this high crochet hook. And I just like go in and like loop it into different areas. So kind of using that as like the needle, looped into different areas. So let me sew in those ends, and then I'll be back to show you guys the finished product.